Hey guys, Cam here from TodaysiPhone.com, and I have another case from one of my favourite brands. This is STM's Skinny case for iPad mini. Now, as the name suggests, you can see it's very, very thin, but I want to go over it first and show you it before I put the iPad mini in. Just give you a quick overview as to how it looks. Now, on the front and covering the back, you'll see that it has this fabric exterior, like a fabric covering, which makes it really comfortable to hold. The front panel, you can see the cover has got this seam which folds. Now that's obviously for use for a stand, which I'll show you later on when the iPad's in it. And you've got this loop closure system, so you put the tab through the loop in the back, and obviously that keeps it shut. Now on the inside, if I can just get this tab out of there. On the inside you'll see you've got a really nice thick microfiber lining. It's got a much deeper grain than what you would normally get in a microfiber, but it does feel really, really good. And obviously the main part of the rear shell that holds the iPad mini in place is this polycarbonate / plastic, but it's really, really skinny, really slim. Now if I just grab my iPad mini, I'll pop it inside the case and we will have a look as to how this thing works. Now I've been using this for quite some time. I've just never managed to get round to reviewing it for you, so I have been using it a lot. Now as you can see, the front cover folds over like so, closes in place, and you'll see that it adds very little bulk, if any at all, to your iPad. Maybe a millimetre, 2 millimeters. It's just, there's hardly anything there, and that's probably the benefit of this case over most others, is that it is ridiculously thin. There are magnets built into the front cover, so it will make use of your iPad's magnets to auto wake when you open it up. You can see it goes straight to my home screen. In terms of cutouts and ports exposed, it leaves everything as it should. You can see at the bottom, if I just focus in a little bit on here, you'll see that there's easy access to the lightning ports, and there's a generous cutout to make sure that both of the stereo speakers are easily accessible, they're not muted. Now on the back, you'll see again the cutout has got the cutout around the camera is really, really nice. There's a cutout here and there's a cutout on the top. That's for your microphone, and obviously your headset jack and your power button are all easily accessible, as are the volume buttons on the left hand side. So everything is easy to get to. This case is really, really slim. And it is a fantastic case, and I think it only really has one weakness, but I'll get to that a tiny bit later on, because I wanted to show you actually the good things about this case first. Now as I mentioned, it's protective, it's skinny, it's really nice, really well made, and the stand is fantastic. If I just put the tab through the loop here, you'll see that actually it's very sturdy. That holds it really nicely. You can adjust. It's obviously got two angles. You can't adjust it, sadly. If you did, it would be like that and it would just kind of fall over. So you need to pull the tab all the way through to get the benefit of using it as a stand fully, like so. But it will stand this way as well, so you can use it for typing. And as a stand, it's fantastic, but this is kind of where the weakness comes in. The way the cover's been designed means that you can't actually fold it completely flat to the back. So if you wanted to use it like so, you really have to squeeze it down, and it kind of pulls the seam a little bit, and it doesn't want to stay. It's not easy to do. So in terms of two-handed use, if you're playing a game like in portrait or landscape, it kind of gets in the way, because that's as far as I'll go comfortably without fearing that I'm going to break it. I guess if there's one downside of the case, then that is it. That's the only negative point, that you can't really easily just fold it all the way back to cover the back and hold it tightly. But every other aspect of the case is fantastic. It's really nicely manufactured and designed. I love the fabric and the plastic combination. I love the fact that it's really, really slim, and you can get it in a couple of other colours. You can get it in pink, blue or red. And they're available on Amazon, I think. You can get them for either $34 or £34. So similar pricing in both the UK and the States. Definitely worthwhile checking out. If you're not too fussed about the whole using it with two hands and the cover wrapped around the back thing, then this is going to be a great case for you. As always with an STM product, it is fantastic. So definitely worth checking out. I will leave a link in the description box for this. And if you want to ask me any questions about anything iPad or iPhone oriented in the meantime, please feel free. I am at @TIP_Cam on Twitter, and I will see you again soon.